6 kilos. He's moved up a weight since then, and his track record in the 73s has been amazing. He's a strong athlete and also a very strong contender for a place on the podium here today. As we said, he shot to fame with the gold medal in London, but never has won a world medal. Is this going to be the day that he does take a world medal or even a world title? He's up against one. Just recently in the Lima Pan American Open was a gold medalist. He's dominated the continental circuit, still to make his mark on a world tour circuit. And that's really, the number 1 seeds have dropped out, and number 2 seeds have not performed to the best of their ability. And there is actually a few absentees in preparation for the Olympic Games. So if you're going to have a shot at it, well, this week is going to be that. 2.5 minutes remaining in this contest. It's been, for the Georgian, an interesting one. Whether he's using it as a warm-up match, but Wong has given him a run for his money. That's all I can say. He comes in with that lapel grip. It's a lifeline for him. It controls quite nicely. But Shavdatuashvili comes over the top. He wraps over on that arm. And it's encounter that we were seeing built up within those last seconds. The Georgians do like to get up close and personal in a grappling style as they come and wrapping over their opponent's arms, trying to tie them up in knots before really unsettled with that sort of unorthodox gripping style that he really hasn't, he doesn't have a sort of solution to counteract. He comes in once more with the lapel grip. He tries to break away from the grasps of the Georgian opponent. And once again, once more. One comes in for the Kochigari. Nice entry there. Failed to execute further than just the stepping through. Well, he's given thought a bit more of a sharper, finer tuned performance from the Georgian, but still, I suppose, being first match of the day, there's a little bit of a sort of blowing off the cobwebs at this moment to be done. Expanding the lungs, as they say. Well, he's truly expanding the lungs here in this contest. It's now 55 seconds remaining. Cianagi, but as he entered, it was blocked quite. Both have a very strong lifeline, that lapel grip, holding on for dear life, but both trying to battle through getting the second grip. But the Georgian comes in with the Cianagi, drops under his, the bump up and the roll. Cianagi once more. Cianagi moves. 2 very challenging techniques is going to give Wong the third and final Shido and the Hansokimaki for lack of engagement in this contest. It was always going to be hard. He did extremely well against a very tough and strong opponent. Shavdatuashvili takes the win and will go second round of the under-73s. And there's some of the highlights. That Cianagi there. Well, as he goes through, he's got to fine-tune it. Well, this is going to be another interesting match. Well, these athletes are now coming out of the woodwork. We saw Shadadash and also Barbosa, sorry, from Brazil. Now, Barbosa's last contest was withdrawn from his athlete due to a burst lip that they couldn't stop the bleed, so it didn't complete, but definitely he was in the controlling seat of that match. Shavdatuashvili, but it was a good warm-up, so both these athletes are raring to go. Shavdatuashvili, as we know, a former Olympic champion in the under 66 kilo category. Well, both battling a bit of a pitter-patter with hands here, both trying to get the ultimate grip for control. Lasha comes in with the ouchigari. Well, the Georgian will totally capitalize on it. Looks very sharp, lively. This is Sianagi. Anticipated well by the Georgian as he blocks. Georgian coming up with the lapel. Ouchigari. The arm wrapped round his opponent as he side skips to the edge of the contest area, still piling the pressure on the Brazilian. Brazilian comes back with an attack, really just to get himself out of trouble there. No score on the board. Both very still, light on their feet, full of energy, both these athletes. Step through. Oh, it's a real battle for grips here. Neither one of them getting their own way at the moment. Still, though, I think the Georgian has a slight edge on this contest. Oh, he comes in again with the Sianagi, breaks the that's engaging. The Brazilian on the lapel. Lasha comes in. Oh, no one's nearer over that line. And it's looking like this could really go to golden score. Whether they expected that or even want it, a bit of an attempt of a suit, but there was enough effort and grunting going on to allow the referee to give him the benefit of the doubt. I wasn't so sure myself, but pictured from an Olympic champion. It is really about the grips here, the kumikata, the ouchigari, and there you have it. He did it in the first match, he's done it in the second match. He just loves to win on a golden score in the opening seconds. He just really is quick off the mark when it comes to just focusing on a golden score after a grueling 4 minutes. So, yeah, a great finish. And you just think, why didn't he do that in the first opening 15 seconds of the contest? Maybe he's just building us all up to that excitement at the end. And there's some of the highlights. That ouchigari, it was exactly the same technique that we saw in the first match. And Shavdatuashvili there from Georgia now with a Wazari up in the third reminder of a competition so far. Some beautiful skills from this young man. Shavdatuashvili, or the more experience, and he's just got a sheet of a leg grabbing. Yay! Well, gotta be careful. Elbaz. Such maturity in Elbaz's judo. Physically, mentally, he really does know how to upset some of these top seeds. He's gave them a really good run for their money. And again, the Georgian is getting... Oh, and there's the Ouchigari. We've seen that a couple of times, but normally it's in the golden score. So the Georgian does like to have, but then that was probably his winning attack in the golden score that he's got the big one. His toe. Elbaz trying to throw that arm over the top, get connection with the Georgian. The Georgian trying to reach over the top here. The Uchimata into a Makikomi roll. Being very focused on his man. He's not taking his eyes off for a split second. He knows if he does, it could be all over and done with. So, Shavdatuashvili coming in with that Sianagi there, setting it up nicely. And again, but oh, this is where the counter comes in. We've seen an athlete that's really trying to make his mark on the World Tour and the World Championships. There's been quite a few athletes that's fallen the first hurdle for not knowing him. So he's becoming a bit of a name here. Sianagi, nicely done. Aksapi's second Shido. The Georgian he looks for the sleeve and then throws that right arm over the top, or it comes round the back. So that's the danger, is that right hand. He's now got on the lapel, sneakily takes it over and pushes through and comes round the back for the Kosota, the Koichi, and then the Sianagi. Elbaz couldn't do much but defend on that. He was under threat and there wasn't even a block. It was just he couldn't get in there. Nice strong gripping style from the Georgian. And really this is, he could play a tactical ploy here, but he's got a Wazari. He got that in the opening seconds of this contest. Elbaz is thinking, what do I have to do now? The armor has come off. The flaws of this young athlete has started to be exposed, and now he finds himself on the receiving end of a shimiwaza and this tap in, and my goodness me, that was a bit of a delay for the referee calling Ippon on that one, but no fault of the Georgians. What can he do? If he doesn't hear Ippon, he just keeps it on. But there you can see there must have been about 10. Tuashvili takes the win and he goes through to the fourth round. So quarter-final place for the Georgian. And he'll be up against Ungavari.
Well, on to the mat now, coming the home favourite, Ungvari Miklos of Hungary, faces 2012 Olympic champion, low category, Lasha Shavdatuashvili of Georgia. Straight into a bit of action on the ground. Well, not really. They threatened some action for a while. Amazing performance from Ungvari. I think a lot of people just expected him to wave goodbye and retire, but he had other ideas and knocked out the number 2 seed here. Shavdatuashvili, for his part, well, maybe a few people didn't expect him to get this far. Reasonable little draw, though, to be honest. And now he's got to go up against the experienced. Nice right-sided stance from the Hungarian. Same side for Shavdatuashvili as he backs him up into that corner and tries a little low left-sided seonage. Didn't come off. Good to face up one way and attack. Time left on the clock. Really can't see this going the distance then. Yeah, he's gone. He's felt that on the leg. On that, he would have liked to have seen a nippon for that. Lasha Gujigiani maybe a little bit over-ambitious there. Chance for an Ojigari on Uchimata, maybe with the arm round the back. Yep, you can see her. And that slowed Shavdatuashvili down a bit. Nice big attack from the Georgian. Not able to come up with a pickup. It's particularly tough, this one. Little over a minute left to go. Strong right-sided grip from Shavdatuashvili. He's got to do something with that. He just can't keep it down there. Lucky not to get called for a gripping infringement. He had that for a while, just pushed it down, didn't do anything with it. And then when the foot sweep came, that broke it up. Not the strongest of Sutemi-wazas, and Ungvari's on top. Oh, chance for the Tatisho Gatami went begging there. Just that little bit too high up. That would be absolutely amazing. Uchimata not in the good position. Right arm was trapped. Left-sided Toshi didn't have the hands on. 20-odd seconds left to go. 2 penalties against Ungvari. He's been absolutely solid since picking up that second penalty. Great job by the Hungarian. Little bit of blocking there and now bent over. He's got to get his head up here. Got to come up with an attack as well. 8 seconds left. This will probably go now. Very little chance left for a score. And that will give him just a few seconds to crowd that they've been able to allow in here, but they're all backing Ungvari. Now a chance to refocus, get ready for the golden score period. Shavdatuashvili again not getting his hands on and giving Ungvari a chance. Got all the... Here comes Shavdatuashvili again, looking to finish this off. Sumigaeshi from Ungvari doesn't catch Shavdatuashvili, but maybe takes another ounce or 2 of energy. Blocking with the left arm and blocking under the belt as well. That didn't look too clever. And it looked as though he stepped off the competition era, to be honest. Wasn't really the biggest of attacks. He was coming under a lot of pressure from Shavdatuashvili, and it looked for it. They obviously want to see a fight. And they've got one in their hands there. Kouchigaki! He threw himself there. That was nothing wrong with that. Just didn't have the top half. It was a nice entry with the feet anyway. Didn't have the top half. Here comes Shavdatuashvili again. Ungvari hooking in with the right leg, but couldn't come up with a strong attack. But it kept Shavdatuashvili away from him. minute 20 odd. Got to sit in for this quarter-final. Unlucky Loretta missing out on this one. Oh, and almost had the Ashiwaza, and there's not a great deal of energy left in the tank. Here comes the Hungarian again, right-sided. Sutemiwaza doesn't catch Shavdatuashvili, and a chance to work on the ground. Going to hook in for the Sangaku. Good defense to try and unsettle Ungvari. Still pressing forward. Can't afford to give Shavdatuashvili this kind of time to recover. Got to stay on him. Keep busy. Nowhere near the same kind of power as we saw earlier on. And this really is Ungvari's chance here. He's got a little more. The danger is in opening up to try and catch the Georgian and then getting caught yourself with a counter. But he's got to give that a try. He's got 2 penalties. He doesn't want to go out with a third. Last roll of the dice here. Looked as though he went direct for the bear hug, so that wouldn't have counted. Strong gripping between this pair. Already over 3 minutes of golden score. Not the best position for any attack there from Ungvari, whether it was Uchimata or Mak. Both fighters wanting to take a bit of a breather. Shavdatuashvili having a quick look at the clock. Ungvari hanging back, not leaping in there to take a grip, trying to draw as much breath as possible. And they get to grips now. Right arm round the back. Not the strongest of attacks. Haven't worked. Absolutely flat out now. There's the Kouchigaki again. Best attack of the contest. Again comes from Ungvari. And really, that was close. He just doesn't have the top half. Shavdatuashvili is ready for that attempt to the rear. Set him up and bring him to the front. Easy from where I'm sitting, I can tell you. Hell of a lot harder to even think about it. Far less execute it with no energy left in the tank. Absolutely energy-draining battle here between Ungvari and Shavdatuashvili. Over 5 minutes of golden score. Yeah, again, lost with the hands. Doesn't have the energy, knows it. Runs the risk of taking it standing up. Slowed them down. There comes Ungvari again. He really has turned it on in this golden score period. Sumigaeshi missed out. Close, but not close enough. And Shavdatuashvili, who would usually be able to come up with something. Minutes of golden score. Two penalties still on the board. He went into golden score with 2 penalties. Bit of a thump to the chin there from Shavdatuashvili. It's untidy at times from both fighters, but nothing nasty. Ochigari stepped off that. Chance on the ground again. Got to take it. Got to go for it. Turnover possible here. Missed with the Tatishogatami. It's not over yet. Here he comes. And again turned out by Shavdatuashvili. Is he going to give it another try on the ground? And Shavdatuashvili decides he's not interested. Gortal. This is. Place in the semi-final of the World Championships at stake as we come up to 7 minutes of golden score. Laboured looking Sutemiwaza from Shavdatuashvili as both, and it now is 7 minutes of golden score. Gujigiani back up on his feet, trying to G up his man. Ochigari from rams it inside of. The crowd don't like it. Ungvari, as ever, respectfully shakes his head. What a battle. Not much you can do about that. Shavdatuashvili takes it. But what has really been taken here is every ounce of energy from Lasha Shavdatuashvili. How he's going to recover for the semi-final, I have no idea. What a battle that was. That was as close as anyone came, and apart from the near-waza action, I was privileged to sit in and watch that quarter-final. What a time for Loretta Cusack-Doyle to take a break. Epic battle, epic quarter-final in the World Championships. We'll have a short break before we come back.
The semi-final, Shavdatuashvili, former Olympic champion in the 66, of course, against Siloglu from Turkey. Well, everybody is applauding for Ungvari. Nice gesture, and of course it's not completely filled. That's still not possible, but it's great to see some spectators in the stadium. And they gave Ungvari a massive respect. Back to the semi-final. Shavdatuashvili is controlling the right arm of Siloglu. Referee calls Mate. Again, the lapel was on the chin. Well, this is some good stuff from Siloglu, but Shavdatuashvili jumps underneath with the shoulder throw. 2012 under 66, and then in Rio 4 years later he won a bronze medal in the 73 kilo category. But still no medal at the World Championship. 5th place. So this semi-final that can be his ticket to winning on all big events, medaling on all big events. Won some medals at the Masters, of course, winner of Grand Slam, Grand Prix, World Cups. Semi-final against Siloglu. That's a big chance for him. Few more seconds to go. Shavdatuashvili looks 2018, year before silver medalist. agrees. It's the second penalty for Siloglu. Big shoulder throw there by Shavdatuashvili, but also the winner of this semi-final will be facing Tommy Masias from Sweden, who wins his semi-final against Hashimoto. No, it's still on. Again, the shoulder throw from Shavdatuashvili. Siloglu, he's under pressure. He needs to do a little bit more, trying to get close to his opponent like the right hand, but hooked in. Shavdatuashvili, he's in the final. So it was Siloglu who came close to Shavdatuashvili with the arm, the hand on the back, but it was Shavdatuashvili who won. Look, wow, brilliant against or Masias or Hashimoto. Shavdatuashvili for Georgia, the Olympic champion, 66. He is in his first world.
Congratulations.